All right.
And we're live.
Yeah, we are.
Welcome everybody to the episode 8?
8.
Yep. Yeah,
Episode 8.
This many
Yes.
of Rings of Power, and today we have a full cast of characters. We got a fellowship.
Ooh.
Wait, do we have enough for a fellowship?
No.
Is that
I don't think there's
Damn
like
it.
a rule.
Okay, well,
To be a
I'm
fellowship,
breaking-
we would have to have as many fingers as Celebrimbor.
Oh, wow. All right.
Woo!
Well, this is going to be
Or
fun.
Sauron.
This is actually, I think everyone has been on at least pod once, and I think everybody has been on Voices of Arda now. Wow, this is
gonna be
pretty
awkward.
incredible. This is like a nice little crossover. But anyway, I am going to let Callie introduce everyone, because I guess there's like certain things that you say about each other. I don't know what I was told here.
So we were teasing Luke at the beginning of this episode before we went live, and he believed us, so this is excellent.
Oh.
But yeah, no, we're watching, of course, as you've been seeing for the last 5-6 weeks, Pod One's podcast and Voices of Arda teamed up, and we brought you live watch parties every week, and then the discussions happen on Friday, so be sure to tune in tomorrow at this time for our discussion on what we're about to see right now. So here we have, let's see, I'm going to go this way on the screen from what I can see. So we have Kaia K up here. Yay, Kaia! And we have Pete Belmont down there. And you've seen him lots, of course, over this season, because he has been our trusty faithful for being here all the time. Do I introduce your people, Luke, or do I just introduce my people?
No, you can introduce everyone if you want.
All right, and then we've got Chase forward into the black. He has been leading our discussions, and they have been so much fun. He's a wonderful host, so we are happy to have him on his first reaction. We have Fornos42. Nick, are you showing? I can't even see if you guys are showing your names. I think. Hey.
Oh no, Callie.
Hey, Nick.
Hi.
Hi. And then we have Jeff the Troll. His name is Jeff down there. And then we've got Andy, who is, of course, the host of Tolkien with Friends. Has joined us, so-
Sometimes.
And then, sometimes. And then we've got Luke, of course, Jedi Master Eggs. Yeah.
And Elendil's #1 stand, and I have a feeling we're going to see some of him today. So, all right.
Did you forsake your love for Poppy? What happened to Poppy?
Oh, I love Poppy.
Fuck Poppy.
Is it like a different love?
Whoa!
I think he realized. That he
Andy.
just
That was
didn't
just
have
for
a
the
chance.
that doesn't
Merrimack
count.
came through. He just doesn't have a chance anymore. It's okay.
That doesn't count, Chase. That
I
doesn't
didn't know
count.
there was gonna be like a.
You did get outrizzed by nobody. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I've lived with the consequences. Also, should we let the chat aware of our little wager here? I think this is
Oh, yeah.
Does it
If-
apply to me?
No,
No,
it
it
only
doesn't.
applies to Luke.
It does not apply to us. No.
If our
Thank God.
friend, I don't know how to do this. Luke, if Luke swears, he loses the wager that I would pay 4 months of the StreamYard subscription for him. So if he swears, which he's been known to do too much, he loses that. He doesn't lose anything. He just has to continue paying for 4 months. But if he makes it through this reaction without swearing, which he won't, I will.
And that's just the reaction.
Just the reaction. I will pay for
Okay,
the next
bet.
4 months of StreamYard.
Bet. and that does not count the discussion afterwards. You said reaction only.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
100%,
what we're doing.
100%. From the time we are live until we end, if you say it, you're out. Any swear.
Oh, end
Any
of the
swear.
stream. Okay, fine. All right. I've done enough.
What if he
talking.
says curses?
Ooh, that's a tricky
So
one.
then he's
If he goes,
he's
oh,
the
curses.
Powerpuff Girls villain.
Or I swear to Eru.
Ooh, yeah.
I can find you loopholes, Luke. Does anybody else flip flop between what you call Celebrimbor?
I call him Brimboy a lot.
Sometimes it's Brimby, sometimes it's Kelly.
Sometimes it's just Kella, baby.
Yeah,
Calibrim kebab.
I need Rose
Oh
Edwards
my
to be
god.
like, I have many names.
Oh, I love this.
Narvi's like, I can't live.
Why did they cut to Narvi though like that? I don't get it.
They're like, I'm here too.
So Narvi's like, that's a real nice
I'm part of
moment.
I'm part of this.
Look at him. Damn.
Damn is technically a curse, but I'm gonna let it pass.
Are you
He was-
kidding me?
Look, every damn is in remembrance of my troll brother, so it's okay.
I feel like it's gonna be beautiful though, for like a minute
Oh,
until.
definitely.
It is.
There's no until. It's just Mithril.
He's just chilling. He's like, check this.
Sorry, I just wanted to
I
rhyme
just killed
really
a
bad.
ton of dwarves, but check this.
You did a great job, Andy.
Holy
Wow.
crikey.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. Like,
Oh, I love the water with it.
And they call it a mine. A mine.
Oh no!
Look, Daddy, the sun is rising.
He's like, what?
Now imagine if we didn't know at all that this was going to happen, and you just
I
saw
have
the
no
red
idea what's going to
I
happen.
come up
still-
on
What
his
about?
face.
I don't even.
No, no. Oh!
Oh, come on. Dude's got one trick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it like
Dude, got one
There's
trick.
a light.
He just spams beat.
low key the Balrog is just boring?
Oh.
Hey, cutie.
dear God.
I just wish he didn't look the exact same, but you know.
And use the
Bodied,
exact same
oh.
move. Like, okay, Gandalf. He just has a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, just smoky wings. It's like
Somehow all the
it's like those
Foley-
birds of paradise, you know? They try to like either mate or scare away their opponents.
He's so sharp looking.
Leroy Jenkins.
What are you gonna do, King?
I don't know.
What do you?
I mean, that shot is wild looking.
I mean, is
Really?
the idea that he just feels so bad?
What was that? Who's that other dwarf?
Look at those legs. They're just.
This random fourth dwarf just showed up out of nowhere. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Yo, was his axe made of mithril?
Callie,
that
really
was
good.
that was such a good beginning. Oh my
Was it?
goodness.
For you?
Wow.
That did it for you?
I don't know. That was kind of.
That was
I
good?
like. I
You
like
like
that
it?
shot a lot. I'm not gonna
I
lie,
like
that's kinda
that.
Cool.
That yeah, him jumping.
I big
was
love
really
that.
I
good.
mean,
Oh my god.
I've always wanted to see a dwarf fight a Balrog. I just didn't know it. I didn't know it.
Oh, come on.
I don't know, man.
Oh.
I like how
Sure,
like our Starry Wizard has highlights. I do enjoy that. You know, been in the sun so long, he's got a little color.
He goes to the salon, babe.
You looked at I mean, like you don't get that kind of those waves just from being out like that.
Well, look at the
Yeah.
tortoise.
Oh, that's
It's
Look,
sour.
there's a nerd over here.
He's eating that lettuce. You smell that?
Ah.
I will make you a queen.
And when
So
the
this
leaves
is-
fall in Numenor, it's a bad omen.
Yeah.
So,
That's what they said from
Always
the
bad
first,
vibes.
first season.
This is gonna finally get her to finally switch sides. Finally.
Yo, Alendo, lowly barman? Come on,
I don't
dude.
think-
Yes!
Name drop.
Name drop.
Come on.
It's like, remember that one time I mentioned him last season?
My forgotten abandoned son of the West.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
With these two.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You said shut up so many times.
Well, you can't swear. You gotta...
I'm not even saying anything.
What's that? What is it?
It's called nausea.
God, I love this so much. Oh,
Luke, are you
It's like
freaking
the
out?
Return
Luke?
of the
Luke, are
King.
you freaking
Like
out?
I know.
Yeah.
It's so intentional
Oh,
to
Nick,
call
all
back
I'm
to
missing was
Peter
Elrond
Jackson.
shaking.
I'm like, I'm a little disgusted, but I love Narsil so much that I have to forgive it. Like,
Yep.
I gotta forgive it.
Narsil the goat.
Like, I love that sword.
I don't know.
But it's not
At
the
least we
BJ
didn't
sword.
I love that
say-
sword.
It's like
At least we didn't
it's
have
the
to
John
say,
Howe
wow, what a
version
tall
of the sword.
tent.
So it's like I'm okay with the design, but it's the fact that he pulls it out exactly the same way Aragorn does in the movie. I'm like, calm down.
Oh no!
Scoop. Oh, honey.
Oh,
I think he's okay.
Oh,
Like you're the worst, but you know, also, I mean,
I would let him
Oh,
shoot me with
please.
arrows, personally.
Kaia, you can say the X thing again. That was hilarious. This is a great moment.
I mean, my ex did say that to me once. Look what you made me do.
Yikes.
Guess we're back in therapy session, everybody.
As did Taylor Swift.
No, we're past that.
That's bad, right?
Oh. Oh.
Yo.
I am the creator. I have many names.
That's
you
not a
I
no.
like that.
Do you think he says that because he doesn't actually like being called
Yeah,
Sauron?
I do actually think he says that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, totally.
He's like, you could pick another one. I got a few.
What is yours?
He just pulls out a catalog.
Come on through. Come to my gifted island.
Bro, there's no shake
Middleman.
hands.
Fuck!
Oh, come on now. Real bros kiss.
Which
For a second, I thought you said real bros kiss. Is that what you said?
She said that. Yeah.
I love
Her
Invited
face was
everyone to
just
Numenor.
She was like, I actually get really seasick.
Oh, it's Kevin.
it.
Wow.
Way to ruin the mood, Kevin.
Why is he here specifically, though?
I want him to die so bad.
Chase,
do it.
A girl can
Chase, you
dream.
almost got me. You almost got me with this D-bag's face. You almost got me.
Hold up.
That would
There's
be
still time.
probably worth it.
He's still on screen. Where's the
Bear-
goat?
Hey! I like the way the barrack was like, I can't even look at that fucker. And
Man, this-
pops out. Excuse me?
This love triangle is a little strange for me. Wait, is there
I feel
webs?
bad for Hagen.
Those are
Like,
webs,
Hagen,
right?
he didn't do
Webs?
anything. Just like he was trying to build a home.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it definitely healed him.
Oh, look at him.
Oh shit!
That's a
At our
big old
redemption arc?
block, bro.
Are they gonna kiss too?
I hope so.
It's too late.
Ah!
Apologize.
Oh my god, she's shocked. She's like, what the?
Lord can.
Oh,
What the watch?
oh.
Just like the first episode.
Yeah.
Feels familiar.
How long is he posing there?
God, that man is so fine.
Spitting on him and stuff. Is that even necessary? I don't know.
And
It's
so
so
passes one of
unnecessary.
the most interesting storylines they came up with.
They gotta get through all the plot
Look at this
armor.
dude. He
Come on.
walks up right in front. He's like, "Yeah, remember me?"
Oh, God.
Fucking nerd.
We're gonna...
Yo, Elrond, shut up, nerd.
Someone throws a tomato
This
at
is
Yo,
bad.
Andy,
What
this
did we do
dude's
to kill
vibing
Bale?
with you right now. He's like,
The
shut up,
Library of
nerd.
Alexandria all over again.
Beat his ass up.
Well,
Where to find the light?
You can say my name like that.
Touch the dark.
I just imagine you being off
Oh,
screen
that's
and you
a
like
callback
push
to
her out
season
of the way.
She's like, Kaia's like, lucky it was Galadriel there because I would have been folded already.
I am not your strongest soldier.
ooh.
Okay, all right.
Mm.
Ooh.
Shot him.
I gotta turn on my camera for a second. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that eyebrow.
Oh, the eyebrow!
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Whoa.
How dare you?
Oh,
Whoa.
the Sauron stomp. I love
I
it.
fall, you fall.
Sauron, stop.
Why does that sound like a dance?
He ends up
Because he
pandering him
dances.
himself.
What are you talking about? He breaks it down.
It is now.
He's the prettiest
Dude,
girl
this
at
is-
the ball.
This is crazy.
Ow.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh! Wow. Okay, well, we know that she survives.
Don't
Way to
worry,
ruin the
everybody.
suspense.
She makes it to the third age.
Wait, she
She will
does?
remain Galadriel and go into the west.
Spoilers. Gosh.
I know
Who
it.
is that? Is that? Oh heck yeah!
You
Let's
see how
go.
thick that is?
Crossbows.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Auto crossbows. I love it.
God, he's so hot. Good
He
God.
really is.
Oh, you know, it'd be hilarious if she literally just like flipped him off and then she like jumped.
She just swallows it like.
Was all Star Lord.
Yeah, not quick enough.
Boom.
I will say this: he is now understanding what they were talking about at the beginning. He was so hesitant to use them, but now he understands. Okay, this is perfect. I do like this a lot.
I do wish we'd seen him exposed to the ring more, just so he could gain that confidence up to this point, but we didn't really see that.
I
get what you're
agree.
saying.
Too many storylines. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's a little crowded. It's true.
Heading to the
Always.
west, baby! Heading to the west! Let's go! Oh, okay. That's how it happens.
Oh, that's a great huh?
Okay.
My grand elf.
Are they trying to tell us something?
Nah, it's Gandalf.
Nah.
Yeah, just follow your
100%
nose, you
sure
know.
what are you talking
He
about?
likes the way it sounds.
They're
Say what?
separating?
Are you
Is she breaking
breaking
up
up
with
with
him?
me?
Well, fuck.
Oh!
Oh, nice save!
I almost said it. I almost
We're gonna have
said
to roll
it.
back that tape.
Hey,
Well, fuck.
Oh!
Oh, nice save!
I almost said it. I swear to God, if Goldberry shows up, I will literally piss myself.
Piss is definitely a curse
No.
word.
Is piss
What'd you
count as
say?
a curse?
I think
No,
piss
it doesn't.
counts.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't.
There's a river. It's making a
Yeah.
dell.
I got you. I know where we're at right now. I cannot wait till Gilgalad and Elendil are on the same screen. Oh my god, it's gonna be so amazing.
It's gonna be like Avengers Endgame.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be
I will lose my absolute crap. Okay, now I understand why Willie said let them cook.
Okay.
There were some things that were interesting. But overall, I feel like they did a good job for the most part. What does everyone else say about this episode?
I like this episode. I thought there was lots of really good moments. I feel like there's loose ends that were like tied into a half knot and weren't quite finished up. This is very much set up for season 3 is what this feels like.
Mhm.
Like I said, like the dark wizard this is our villain for season 3. In conjunction with Sauron. He's the new Adar, basically. I loved what they did with Adar. Oh my gosh, the not the stabbing part, but the story part.
Which time?
Well, also.
Yeah, I'm sad to lose Adar.
Yeah,
Me
truly.
too.
he was a good villain with potential to have, like, I don't want to say a redemption arc, but like just have that story go in a different direction.
Yes.
Gosh, when Sauron went back to Halbrand, oh my god, just
Okay.
sweating seeing
Breathe,
that.
breathe, sir.
But no, I liked it. I really liked this episode. I'm excited for the next season.
Yeah, same.
I was disappointed there wasn't more Damrod.
Yeah.
You just wanted flies hanging out around the side.
Oh, come
I
on.
mean,
it's
just in
too soon.
general.
Oh no, I agree. I think it was a little messy at some points, but I think that was because some of the other storylines were rushed. Obviously, Celebrimbor and Sauron and the elf, the Eregion storyline was amazing. But I feel like some things could have. I mean, if there was more episodes, I think it could have done a little better
Yeah.
with tying up the loose ends. But for what we got, it was great.
King Doran. Oh,
Yeah.
Taking the ring off and just the, like P pointed out, just the jump and just the framing of that shot. Like, God, it was so good. There were so many moments of this episode that I just thought were beautiful. Like there were just like screenshot, frame it on your wall moments. In this episode. So props to the people who made it. I think they did a really good job.
Nick, what were your thoughts?
I feel like I'm in the minority, and I just like loved every episode this season. I know 6.
Love that for you. That's good.
Yeah, I know 6 got some hate.
Nick got that Amazon money.
Yep,
See?
truly.
Yeah,
I am the
same.
shill. No, I truly liked every episode this season. First season, there were episodes that I legitimately like. Every time I've tried to rewatch, I'm like, I just can't do it. Like, I just can't do it with a couple episodes in season 1. And this felt like a much better overall conclusion to a season, but it is clear that they're going to be suffering from we got to give them a reason to wait 2 years problem.
Are they confirmedly going? Is that is it going to be 2 years again?
The production value went up, so I have to assume yes, because it's just.
I mean, House of the Dragon did the same thing, so
yeah.
I mean, there was a writer strike in the middle, so maybe we won't be as long.
I think they also had to rewrite a lot of the second season. I feel like they had to pivot a lot based on the feedback from season 1.
I don't know if that's true because they were already filming when we were at Comic-Con 2 years ago.
That's true.
They started filming this season after right as episode 6 was coming out. So a week later. So then it's when episode 6, when the volcano went off, that next week they were into production of season 2.
Yeah, because I remember they filmed a thing in London and then they sent it to NYCC.
Yes.
So they were doing it.
I hope next season. I mean, obviously, I think it's going to be a Numenor heavy season. I think that obviously we're going to get some of that. Hopefully, everything's okay in the Sirens.
Go get them.
I think that's me.
I think that we need to see more of because right now it feels like we've had 2 seasons of sideshow of Gandalf when it hasn't really been front and center.
Yeah.
We need to see more of that. I mean, it's hard, I think, because they don't want to do too much into the backstory and mess up the war.
Yeah,
but we need to see.
I'm wondering if we're gonna get he does come to the shores and meets Círdan, but he does it in a weird circumnavigation.
All the place. I will say that how he got his name was kind of very I don't know, it was very heavy-handed. It gave me Fan Forstic vibes.
It was satisfying.
Yeah, it gave me Fan Forstic vibes. This is fantastic. Say that again, kind of thing. That's just me though.
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't think it was terrible. I could compare it to how Han Solo gets his name in Solo, where it's
which was still bad.
It's it justifies it, but it's not it's not rewarding in any way.
But
passable.
I don't know. I'm why is that the story you decided to tell with Gandalf for 2 seasons?
Yeah.
I mean, it's to get people that are not like all of us here, don't understand that Gandalf shouldn't be there, but they have to have a way to tie it in to make another face. You know what I mean? I know you get Galadriel, I know you get Elrond, but Gandalf is kind of a big selling point in Tolkien's
that's true.
I mean, I get that we love him in Lord of the Rings, but what I'm saying is that us taking 2 years to figure out that it is just Gandalf, period.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's silly. They should have just said it right when he said, "Always follow your nose." We all knew that was Gandalf when he said that line.
Yeah.
Now
I don't know. There's been a lot of people saying that it was blue, but it was.
Yeah.
No,
I mean that was people holding out hope.
Yeah, but like my
Yeah.
other thing is that I think the biggest gripe that I do have, and I think everybody else has here, except for maybe Chase, is them putting in quotes from the book
Not
into lines that.
necessarily.
I mean,
It depends.
It depends, but
Context
like,
is very important.
Yes.
yeah, I think that can be a little bit jarring in some of the scenes that we saw this season, but overall, I think it was solid.
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, for sure. One thing comparing this to the previous season, so the Lyndon storyline specifically was like so weak for me. Like, get it off the screen, and this season redeemed almost all of that for me.
Well, I think the thing is that we didn't really deal with Lyndon.
No, but I'm talking about the characters. Like, I was like, this is how they're doing Gilgalad? Fuck. That's terrible.
I'm like, but we still didn't even really see Gilly that much.
That's true, but my point is it feels redeemed, and so I'm hoping that's what they'll do next season with Gandalf. Like, there's just too much going on, so some things are going to be weaker and some things are going to be stronger because those are the focal points for the drama of the season, regardless of like how effective the story's being told.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, like we've gotten 2 weeks, like I said, 2 seasons of like half of Gandalf. It hasn't been really full.
I'm not saying I like
story.
that. I just think that's
I just feel like they could have maybe waited to introduce Gandalf until season 3 then.
But Kaia and Pete, your thoughts?
Without mentioning Sauron being hot.
Yeah.
I actually only talk about that.
Yeah.
Challenge impossible.
I'll give you $100 if you don't mention it.
I mean, he has been killing it all season long. So, Kaia, go off.
I mean, yeah, he killed this season, killed the last season. I mean, I don't know. This episode just made me emotionally drained.
Yeah, for sure.
It just looks so good. But I mean, like the acting with him and Charles is just phenomenal. I will be 100% surprised if they don't get at least nominated for like an Emmy or something.
Yes,
definitely should. Yeah.
But like going off the Gandalf stuff, I know that, I don't know, y'all think it was probably like a little bit slow or it didn't, I don't know, itch the right scratch. But for me, without like in the view of someone who hasn't read the books, it's very Gandalf-y. If that makes sense, as to how he found his name and like, you know, how slow it's going.
Interesting.
Because I mean, Gandalf never really gives himself that name. It's everyone else who gives him that name, like the Stormcrow or the Grey Pilgrim, Mithrandir. He never calls himself that. Everyone else calls himself that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was the thing that rubbed me the wrong way with Tommy B a couple episodes ago, and he was like,
yeah, I think they did a really good job in the first episode that Tom was in, and then they ruined it.
Yeah,
they just fucking ruined
and then
it.
I hate that it was like, oh, it was like a little like psychological mind trick, and I'm like, Tommy B would never. He is too busy being a silly fucking goose to be playing those games.
I don't know if I agree, because I think he does a lot of like the hobbits have to find their own way.
He was so explicit about it, Nick.
Yeah, there was a lot in the last episode he was in where he was just like straightforward, like if you don't do this, then this is gonna happen.
Agreed. I meant in the book.
That's what.
He in the book, I don't think he's as straightforward as you're saying he is.
In the book, he's not.
We're
You're
saying
right.
not that he shouldn't be, and he was in the episode.
Okay, good. Gotcha. Yeah. I agree with you.
Like he wasn't talking in riddles enough. He was making it
truly.
too plain.
I was hoping that they would do, because apparently, if you break down even his non-singing dialogue in the book, it still follows the meter. And I was like, man, I wish they would do that even for just one scene, because it's hard to write like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and that's okay. I think the subtle little nods are good. Overall, I was happy to see Tommy B. Kind of wonder if he's going to be in the next season.
I don't think he will.
I don't think so.
I mean, at least in my opinion, I kind of hope not.
I think he's going to go on a side quest for water release, so I think we'll see him.
I really hope not. And that's just not me being a absolutely hater of Tommy B. I actually enjoyed Tommy B. I think they actually did. I think they did a pretty good job for my standards. He wasn't too goofy like he is in the books.
I mean, I would say
I'm not.
See, I think that
I'm not.
think if Rory Kinner would have known Tom better, then I think he would have been able to portray him a lot better. Because I think writing and staging can only do so much.
Agreed.
Because like Charlie Vickers in the interview with who was
Felicia
it?
Day.
Nerd of the Rings today.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about how he read all the books. He got a feel for Sauron, especially after he found out he was playing Sauron. But then when you hear or when you read Rory Kinnear's interview when he first found out he was playing Tom, he was like, I have no idea who that is.
And then he found out it's his wife.
But his wife knew.
Yeah.
Is anybody else? Did anybody else get Hagrid vibes from the way he talked? Just me.
Oh, like his accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that they would be good to not have a lot of Tommy in there. I think in that for that less is more. The less we see of him, not like none, but like you gotta have small doses. I think is best because if you do too much, then the mystique is gone.
Bless you. Yeah, bless you.
But I think that they're setting up right. Like we're gonna get a lot of Numenor. We're gonna get this other intrigue with Durin's brother. But yeah, Pete, what do you got? What are you thinking over there, Pete?
Yeah,
he's
Pete.
thinking he's got to sneeze.
Yeah, what do I got?
Sneeze.
Bless you.
I like the episode. There's some things that I don't really agree with. There's some stuff I really enjoyed, but overall, I feel like because they condense so much, it becomes feeling like it's very rushed. Like Narsil's showing up, or excuse me, the Doran's bait. Sorry, I gotta sneeze.
Do it.
Man, Narsil just got him so excited that he had to sneeze.
No, but it's just like
he's getting emotional. But he's just telling us he has
it's
to
just
sneeze.
the whole concept of it. I enjoyed Eregion and Sauron, and I did like seeing him in his like true form, which is something that kind of started being like halfway through the season, but now he's more open about it. The weird thing about the show is that we're just seeing the reversal of Lord of the Rings and the journey that Frodo and Sam take, where we start off in Mordor, and now we've gone through the Misty Mountains and we're in Holland. So we were at the Ring Goes South portion. Now we're moving up to like the Council of Elrond, and I think like what are we going to expect for next season? The War of the with the Elves, and then of course the condensed battle where it's not Minister showing up, it's Pharazôn showing up, and it's just. I don't know. It feels completely rushed with it. I do like parallels where they have like Aldarion and stuff.
I'm so curious how they're going to get Pharazôn over.
Well, they have it already. They have the whole being Kemen. It's already there. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I agree with Pete. I do feel like they kind of just like threw Narsil in there. I was like, oh, by the way, this is Narsil. And yeah, it's cool. It's great seeing Narsil, and I'm glad we get more of it. But like I just felt like it was like by the way, this is Narsil, just kind of sitting there because it had to come out like. They're hitting plot points that they need to cover, and they're just kind of
they're putting the seeds there because they talk about Amandil, and Amandil was the last Lord of Andunier, so Elendil wouldn't be Lord of Andunier. She's talking about reclaiming his lordship. Maybe he has foresight, so I get what they're doing with it. It's just it feels very disjointed. I like it. I give this season an 8.5 out of 10. It's way better than the first season. It's got its vibe down. I dig that. Thematically, it's very Tolkien. There's very Tolkien scenes. I love the scenery and cinematography across the board. But sometimes I feel like there's a reason why some of these things took a lot longer. Like I was okay with the rings being condensed, which felt like several months in the show, not 300 years. But it's like, okay, well, now what are you going to do about Numenor? This is going to be the big challenge because it's the largest portion that they're using from the appendices.
This is
the Pharazôn conversation.
I feel like it's always. I mean, I agree that this season is much better than the first. I think that they're either still kind of finding their footing though, which I don't know, kind of it leaves me with so many mixed feelings, but with the way that they've chosen to do the timeline like continues to run, because instead of just like speeding things up and we're still seeing most of it, it's like fallen in on itself so that everything is happening all at once.
Yeah.
And so I think that we're losing some things that I had maybe it was only me, but there were some things that I'd really hoped to see or to experience, particularly in like the early stages of the show. And honestly, season 1 felt like a little bit of a wash in some ways.
Yeah, it does feel weird to say that a show that's 2 seasons in is just finding its footing when we're 2 of 5 seasons down. But
I don't think that's wildly uncommon though. I think there's plenty of seasons that was the case, where like the season 1 was like Parks and Rec. I think is.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
I think it's the big one for a lot of people is Parks and Rec. But I guess like a question that I'll probably also bring it up tomorrow in the discussion for those that will be joining us is I am not the book person. I'm not like a Tolkien person. I've really enjoyed season 1 and 2. I like season 2 better.
But come on.
I did like it. I'm sorry, Luke.
Oh no, I thought you had cut out. That was on me.
Oh,
sorry.
But
you were going, and then I
cut off.
Sorry,
Completely.
that was on my end.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I like season 1, but I like season 2 better. I'm not like into the lore, but for you guys, like collectively, now that you've seen, I guess, a path of projection going from season 1 to season 2, does this make you more excited for what you've seen from episode 1 of season 2 to episode 8 for season 3? Are we more excited? Are we concerned about season 3? Like from
I'm excited.
From here.
I love Numenor, but they got to cut some of the bullshit out where it's the misuse of some. They're falling into the pit holes that PJ's movies did because they had a large studio behind them. Which is probably in turn the same thing happening with the Rings of Power to some extent.
Yeah.
But having spoken to the creators and like gotten to ask them like, what's your favorite part of the Silmarillion, or what would you adapt? Like, they very much love Tolkien, and I have to give it to them. And I do enjoy this show more so because of
that is the thing that I thought about a lot, is that they've clearly impressed a lot of our friends. But there is something to I worry that hasn't translated to the writer's room. And like they're making the final say, but there's just like contextual things that happen, and I'm like, I don't know if the full, like, sometimes they do such a really beautiful job of like making like dialogue feel Tolkienian, you know what I mean? But then there's certain things that they do in the writer's room, I'm like, I think you missed the nuance there, or you know what I mean? And I also feel like the nods that, like, I get that PJ and them have the rights to the same thing, but they're, I don't know, like I just feel like we need something as a fandom so different from PJ's Lord of the Rings, like, but I just feel like we're like double dipping a lot, and
that's fair.
I just worry about for us as fans to like, of course those movies are beautiful, of course those movies are well written, they had a lot of actual text to like lift, and their problem was they had to cut. These guys have to expand, and so it's like I wish that maybe I felt like it was more their vision and voice than just like PJ being like, you know,
yeah. So I will also say that you're right, Andy, because they were able to use the text, whereas the writers from for this show are only able to use, obviously they're able to use Lord of the Rings, but we're talking about Second Age stuff, and we're using the appendices instead of the Silmarillion, which if you wanted to tell the true story, you would have been able to get the rights for that. But that's not our problem.
Honestly, I don't agree with that, because if you're talking about what's in the Akallabeth, the largest portion of it is the conversation with Pharazôn, which is in the appendices of the Lord of the Rings. And then the real problem is they're double dipping. They're double dipping into Lord of the Rings and then using the appendices, and they're taking quotations out of context that just are not really working.
Because what's funny though is that and I think Pete, you and I have talked about this, about like how like we get a timeline in the appendices, which is crucial. We get like a little bit of context for stage stuff, and we do get I mean, like the essentials are there, you know, but like Tolkien does drop these little breadcrumbs throughout Lord of the Rings that you could totally use and fit into this to help you expand it. And I think also just like thinking about the way that characters talk to each other, like rather than just lifting him from one character and giving to him to a second
It's
age
the spoken
character.
quotes
I
that
think,
are problematic that they're using.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel like you didn't sit with it long enough to really think like, okay, this is the way that we talk. How would we? But then there's moments like with Elendil where I'm like, fuck yes, this is it.
Yeah.
This is, you did it. And then we go back to another character and I'm like, no.
I think it's hard because like I think these are overshadowed a little bit by Peter Jackson's vision, because what we hear all the time is, oh, the elves don't look ethereal enough, the long hair's not there. But if it was like, if they did look exactly like Peter Jackson's elves, people would just say, oh, they're just trying to copy Peter Jackson more.
Yeah,
and so it's kind of, you can't, it's dinged if you do, dinged if you don't kind of thing. And so it's hard to do. But I do agree that they are double dipping a little bit, and it's not coming off as authentic sometimes.
Because there are beautiful moments that PJ doesn't touch that they could have, like, I mean,
and still can.
Callie, we talked about this one a little bit, I think, about the tale of Aragorn and Arwen when they're talking about death. When Aragorn is specifically talking about death, but we're still getting like stuff from like things that Frodo thought or like saw, and I'm just like, oh, but Frodo's such a unique case. We could really like Elendil could say these types of things, or like the priest could say these types of things. So it just feels like they're like we're tiptoeing around it. And let's just go, full ham. I don't know. I'm mixed. I'm a mixed bag.
Chase, to answer your question, I am excited.
I'm excited, yeah.
Some of the things that I'm worried about have much more to do with the way the show is just being structured as a show. Because I liked your Parks and Rec example, because once you have seen all of Parks and Rec, to me, season 1's great. But it didn't land for people at first. And I don't think season 1 of Rings of Power is great. I think that there are bad showrunner decisions in it. And I was actually just pulling up the IMDb because the writing was more consistent in this season. I think that had a lot to do with Charlotte Brandstrom and Jennifer Hutchinson being a writer and Charlotte Brandstrom being the primary director of a lot of the episodes. It created more consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Definitely helps.
Yeah, I think that this season is definitely if things continue into season 3 like they did in season 2 with Sauron and Celebrimbor being so amazing, I think it does bode well for Ar-Pharazôn and Elendil in the next one, because I think that if they just let these characters do what they're supposed to do, I think it could be amazing.
Yeah.
But I just think that we need to let them, give us more time with these characters. Because right now we're just getting very, very little snippets of Pharazôn, and he seems like a very, very bad, cheesy villain sometimes. And I just think we need to let him.
How he does his eyebrows, though. Nobody.
I will
pose
one more. I'll pose the last question. Would it benefit would season 3 and moving forward for 3, 4, and 5? Okay, would it benefit if they moved to a more 12 episode format? Because I feel like the rushingness could be the episodes, like the episode amount, but it might just be me.
No, I think
we could. What were you saying, Jeff? Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, if they're gonna do more episodes, then yeah, that's fine. Or they could just not have as much packed into the seasons.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I agree.
I feel like right now with Charles Edwards and Charlie Vickers being so amazing and just eating up so much time and being great, that when we did get the little times that we had with the stranger and Nori,
Yeah.
we was like, oh, it's back to this again. I forgot they were even there, kind of stuff, and it just
I honestly think it could benefit from like we need like more storylines converging. I think more of these characters need to vibe. I mean, we started there with Arondir, and
yeah, finally.
A little confused by I'm like with Gandalf and Nori piecing out and going their ways. I'm like, don't tell me we're like, what are you doing?
I don't want to lose Nori, that's for sure.
I don't think they had a
more storyline either.
I know. That's also
they didn't seem to have like a farewell scene. Like it was just like we're going our separate ways. Like we didn't get like the full farewell from them.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a, maybe they meet back up with the Harfoots, and we get more from those characters, because I really did like, one of the things I really did like about season 1 was the Harfoots. I really enjoyed them in season 1, and I would like to see them return.
Probably have to introduce the Fellowhides somehow. So you got one more.
Hey.
Yeah.
But maybe to Luke's question, I don't. I'm maybe in the minority of like modern television. Like I think the 12, 16, 20 episode seasons, I think it leads to a lot of filler in most cases. I think that what this show has shown us, what Game of Thrones has shown us, what Chernobyl has shown us, is that as long as you fill the time well, you don't need 12 to 20 seasons. You can do it in 6.
I will agree.
Chernobyl proved it. You can do it in 6, and I think Game of Thrones and this have proved it. You can do it to 8 to 10.
Just to kind of make my point a little clearer. I feel like when I was a kid and I went to the buffet, I was like, oh, this is so great. I'm going to grab some of that from my plate. And then by the time I get to my seat, I have so many good things on my plate that I can't eat them all. Yeah. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They have so many great thoughts of the storyline, but sometimes we don't have enough time to let them breathe. And so I wish that we had more time with the Harfoots, and I wish we had more time with the Stranger and the Numenorians. So I'm excited to see them.
I don't think like a couple more episodes would hurt. Especially, I mean, I am still always going to struggle with like, I know they love to do this, but with like the big drop at the beginning.
Yeah. They could not release 3/8 of the season in one go like that.
I agree. I think
every show's been doing that.
Can we not do that?
Such a bummer.
Give me the first episode the first week.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Especially if you're packing in so many things, I have to sit with it.
And then it would give us more time to hang out. Gosh.
Exactly. I know, like what Callie at the beginning when you were saying like 5 to 6 weeks y'all have been doing this, and it's like it should have been 8.
It should have been 8.
No, I agree.
Or 10.
We would be
right.
I think adding 2 more would be great, because one thing that season 1 tried to do and didn't really
One thing about me.
We didn't see the dwarves at all in the last episode of season 1. And that's because they like told their story in the previous episodes. I think we didn't see them in the first episode either, so we got all of their stuff in 6 episodes, not even. And so if they wanted to do something like that, add even just 1 more episode, just make it 9.
Well, like my whole worry is that if they add more episodes or even more seasons, usually when that happens, the episodes get shorter.
Yeah.
So like when you see a season with like 10, 12 episodes, the episodes are normally like 40, 45 minutes, where in this one we're getting an hour and 10, hour and 5.
Yep.
God,
that's a good point.
You
make your point.
Yeah, my God, I hate myself for even saying 12 and then realizing that
so
I bitch and moan about 45-minute episodes.
Bitch is definitely a curse word, by the
like
way.
we want a good storytelling episode.
Oh no!
You were so close.
Well,
damn it!
Oh shit!
But now you have free reign.
This is fucking bullshit. This whole
last
thing has
2
been
minutes
fucking hard. This is
break the
goddamn
dams.
hard. We should have fucking ended
Release
this
the
a while ago, and I'd still be fucking.
All right,
damn it.
Chase is just drawing this out until we got it.
Until he says it, baby.
I'm proud of you, though. You made it through like the whole thing without it.
I like
the whole episode.
props to you.
You were
didn't
so
say a cuss word.
disciplined, sir.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
That was so
Ike, what are you doing?
fucking ridiculous. Anyway, all right. And on that note, all right,
We can edit this part out. It never happened.
Yeah, it did happen. I mean, Bale will be the one that's editing the reaction, but the chat's already here, so
The
we
chat
kind of already
bared
hooked up.
witness.
You got to
All
embrace your
right.
Sauron. It never happened.
Witness me.
No, I can't do that.
You made
All
me
right,
do it.
so we're gonna
on,
table
dude.
the rest of this conversation because I know most of us are gonna be here tomorrow.
Did you hear?
Yes, Andy's corgi. I love it. All right,
Chihuahua,
quick rapid fire. Where can we find you, Andy? We'll start with you.
On the internet.
Yes, on the internet. Sorry, not in real life because that would be a little strange.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that, people. Please.
I mean, if you want to join us for Tolkien with Friends, you can find us at tolkienwithfriends.com. It's me and Callie. And
Wait, you have a podcast?
No, it's just a website. But yeah, where we listen to podcasts, it's called Talking with Friends, where we talk with friends. And
We sure do.
Yeah, and so all of the links are there, so you don't have to go. And if you want to, and then I'm sort of on TikTok as Andy INC. That's pretty much it.
Andy
All
Incorporated.
right.
Yeah.
Jeff, where can the good people follow you on the social
Nowhere. I'm not.
A ghost.
He's an anomaly.
You gotta find me under a different bridge every once in a while.
He is literally a AI troll.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
This isn't even him. This is an AI now. Kaia, where can the good people follow you?
Oh, everywhere. Instagram, TikTok. I'm really funny on Threads.
Yes,
I say that every time, but I'm really fucking funny on Threads. Follow me there.
Threads is actually popping these days.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's great.
It is pretty awesome.
Lots of
Rings of
adventure
Power
power
did really good for Threads.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And Nick, where can the good people follow you?
I'm at Fornos42 on the stupid megalomaniacs website and TikTok. That was an X reference if you didn't know it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
we don't call it
We
that.
dead name
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
like Twitter.
I'm not gonna make that joke.
Okay.
Let's just move past this. Keep going. Keep going.
And I'm on Instagram, but I don't really post anything Tolkien related or nerd related there.
You don't really post at all.
That's true. I've taken like a 1.5 year hiatus. I will
stories
not
only.
It's true. And it's just reposting shit about my podcast. Oh, I have a podcast that's about a band called Me Without You.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you
Do they still tour?
No. Nope. Rip. It's called Us Without Them.
That's awesome.
You can find us on all the things at Us Without Them or Us Without Them Pod.
And Pete.
My name's Pete. You can find me under the
pretty low energy, Pete. Let's
you could,
hey,
it's midnight.
It's late,
yeah,
buddy.
You can find me at B1Mont_Lotro. But yeah, Belmont, what's up? Thanks for watching. You can always watch our last 7 other episodes of the reaction to post discussion.
And Callie.
I am Callie Cosplay on TikTok and Instagram, and all of us are in some way, shape, or form involved with the Voices of Arda project. So if you're watching it on the YouTube here, you can see videos from other creators who were part of the project, as well as the podcast that New Beta Do Beta and I host together. And we are also on Instagram, and we'd like to repost each other's stuff. So if you ever want a central location to find all of us and our content, you can go to Voices of Arda.
Awesome. And Chase.
Hi, you could find me at Forward Into the Black on TikTok. I've also started using Threads. I've made 1 post. I'm very proud of myself. And you can find me on the Podwans podcast talking about Podwans and podcasts. But you can also find me tomorrow talking with a bunch of you and a couple other new friends about this episode as we let it boil in our brains. and get our final thoughts of the season and how we felt about the finale and everything like that. And you can also find me 7 days a week kissing my cat and telling her how much I love her.
We love our cats. We're not
there
elder
you
people.
go. You can follow me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias, and you can follow us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. Hell yeah, he loves it. But I just want to give a shout out to Callie and Pete for doing this collaboration. I know it's been a little bit hectic, but it's a good time, and and I think I'm gonna get the out here. So until next time, or at least till tomorrow, one ring to rule them all, and two podcasts to bind them. I love this.